Appreciate that. That was fun to watch.
You let them listen to music a little bit, I noticed the last couple of days. Is that just kind of...
Well, that's a little more Coach Davis. They want the music, talk to Coach Davis, and we let them play it during individual periods. And as long as we keep it clean, we listen to the music out here.
That wasn't your playlist then?
No, it wasn't my playlist. Cleaner than I've been out here, but I need to be a little better with my life.
It seemed very familiar to a lot of the stuff you do back at Georgia in terms of just the practice setup. I mean, how is it? I saw some subtle differences. Was it a lot? Did you bring a lot of the same stuff over here in terms of practice setup?
It's very similar as far as the way we're spot drills, track the organization. Basically same practice plan. A little bit trying to go tempo and trying to go a little faster than we did. A little slower today in pads, and then the juices flowing, and then we weren't moving the ball and having to bring it back, so that slowed things down when we had some plays. But it was good to see the energy out there. Good to see the defense in pads the first day come out and strike. That was a big change in the spring.
We know about 3 days, but what have you seen out of JC? What have you seen from the other quarterbacks maybe teaching him?
Well, JC is very smart, very knowledgeable, understands it in the meeting room, understands it in the walkthrough when it's a lot slower pace. When we get out here and start putting bodies in front of him and start going fast, he's lost and struggling a little bit. But really encouraged by him. The other guys are doing a nice job of helping him, and all the guys in the room do a nice job of helping each other. We all got the same common goal. They help each other the whole time. But JC is going to be a good player for us.
How are they progressing and commanding the offense, specifically Nick Stevens and Cole McKee?
Nick's done a nice job with the offense. Getting his in and his out of plays. Tempo, completing balls. Today was probably not as good as he was the first 2 days. Usually don't throw the ball good as well when you put on shoulder pads for the first time as a quarterback. But he's doing a nice job. Coleman probably had his best day today. A little bit of struggling the first 2 days, but did a nice job today. So as we get into more team situations and start to scrimmage a little bit more, it'll be interesting to see.
Your freshmen have been out here for 3 days now. How have they started to acclimate to life as a college football player and what a practice is like?
Well, I think they understand what we want. We've got good leadership and good seniors, and the other guys on the program understand, having gone through it through spring practice, and they're not allowing them not to practice at the pace and the tempo that we want. They're lost a little bit, but it's a little easier to get acclimated now that school's over and they finished their last final on Friday. So they're kind of loving life right now. It's just football. The tough time will be when school starts and they've got responsibilities, study hall, class, and that usually wears on freshmen a little bit, so we got to have a plan for them.
Steve-O, Michael, where's he been?
Steve-O is dealing with some personal issues, and he's going to be back as soon as he gets that squared away.
We know about Richard Higgins, obviously, but what other receivers have impressed you out here the last couple days?
Well, really, we've got a bunch of receivers that can play for us. Jordan Vaden, Xavier Williams, Joe Hansley, Cole Anderson, Deontay Gaines, Robert Ruiz, Sammy Long. I mean, Elroy Masters made a couple good catches today. I mean, we've got some good depth at receiver, a lot of depth. Really excited about our receivers.
How important is it for them to be blocking downfield to spring either a guy out of the backfield or another receiver?
They really don't have a choice. If you're going to play, you got to block. If you don't block, you're unselfish, and you're not going to play for us. So we've made that clear, and they're doing a nice job of blocking.
You obviously you repping ones and twos. I know you got a quarterback competition here, but it looked like a pretty clear line of demarcation between 1 and 2. Will it be different tomorrow, or is it?
It's been Nick Stevens the first three practices working mainly with the ones, a little bit in Stella. We alternated. We'll give Coleman some snaps in the one, and then the scrimmage we'll both rotate them in there. Nick's a little bit ahead right now. Coleman's going to have some opportunities with the ones. He had a better day today. If he has a better day, then he'll deserve an opportunity. But I'm not quite ready to say anoint number 7 as the guy. But we'll see as we get along. After the first scrimmage, I'll have a better, clearer picture.
You had a handful of guys out here that you didn't really get to see in the spring. You're finally getting a chance. You've got them healthy and in practice. What's the difference from your standpoint as an evaluator, from seeing them on film and seeing them live? What do you learn more live?
Well, you learn more when you get out here, and first of all, how do they take coaching? How do they respond to coaching? It's different styles, it's different terminologies. How fast do they learn? If we make a change, if we coach you up in the middle of a drill, can you adjust and be able to make changes? We talked about offense last night, and we changed the route concept. Last night I said we're going to do this in the middle of the game. You got to be ready to adjust and see how these guys adjust. But basically see how they respond to you, and they're really locked in right now. They're doing a nice job, and we just got to keep getting better. I thought today was another good day. We started out with a lot of motion, playing really well on both sides, making plays, and as the day went on, we got sloppy. We lost some fundamentals, we lost some poise, and that's what we can't do. We got to play with that same passion and enthusiasm, but we got to play fundamentally sound.
Because your defense was kind of dinged up in the spring, especially in the secondary.
Yeah.
You got a chance to see Elliott and Schlager.
Yeah.
Have they impressed? And Foster, is he somebody that could help your pass rush that you mentioned?
We look better on defense when you put out number 13, Elliott, you put out number 9, 93, 94, 95. 31 is at Mike. Primarily, he only went there to the end of the spring, so we've got good-looking bodies over there on defense. I've been really impressed with DeAndre Elliott. He's got to show up some fundamental things that we need to work on, but as far as length and ball skills, it's hard to throw one over him, back shoulder him. He is an excellent defender. Martavius has some quick twitch that we need on the pass rush. So those guys out are doing a nice job, and it's really giving our defense some life and depth. So now during practice, guys aren't wearing down. You got more bodies to practice, so they're a little bit fresher as you go for the whole practice.
Notice that Corey has been running in the middle. You've got him there in his depth chart. He's been a Sam. What kind of led to your thought he might be better served in your middle?
To me, if you're going to be a good football team, you got to be good up the middle. Okay, and the offense that starts at center, quarterback, running back, defense, it's linebackers and safety. The middle linebacker and safety, and he's one of our better players, and we want to put him there where he can make more plays.
How much does the energy change when you guys put on shells versus just going helmets and shorts?
But there's no question. I think both coordinators had a little meeting before they came out here and said, "Hey, we got on shells, and we're about to play some real man football." And they're striking, they're hitting, and we've been preaching physicality since we got here, and we're starting to get there. Is what I want as far as passing licks and playing physical.
Hello, gentlemen.
Coach, you have a smaller running back core. Do you have any concerns about blocking?
No. If you've got to want to, and you put your hat in the right spot, and your body, between you and the quarterback, you got a chance to block. And then we can do things protection-wise to get them out in routes and put it on the quarterback. So I'm not really concerned.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, buddy.